Dealing with narcissistic abuse is so hard, and trying to understand it is next level. You feel isolated, confused, and it leaves an impact. And it's one of the most challenging things to try and wrap your head around it, because there's so many possibilities and trying to understand that narcissistic behavior. Today, I'm going to be revealing 10 harsh truths about narcissistic abuse. I know that this is probably something that you're not going to want to hear. It may even trigger you. I'm really sorry about that. But you know what? The truth will set you free. And this will be essential for your healing journey. But understanding them, you will be able to take your power back. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. Now, I understand that this video can be quite challenging, quite hard to hear, but it is going to help you to be able to move forward. I hope that this video provides insight, so you're not sitting in the dark, you're not wondering why, what, when. It's going to help you to be able to put the pieces together and for you to be able to move forward. So let's get into the video. First thing that you need to remember, and I know that this is the harshest one, is that narcissists actually don't love you. As painful as it might sound, narcissists don't form love or understand love or attachment, bonding in the same way that me or you do. In these types of dynamics, basically, the love that they feel is very much transactional. So transactional, I mean by what can you do for me? Kind of like if you're purchasing a gift or something, at a shop, and this object can provide some sort of use to you because that's why you bought it. And that's what I mean. It's very transactional. It's basically about what you can provide them. They're not going to be providing you with anything. It is really hard to understand this and get your head around it. But what you have to understand is that they objectify people. They treat people like objects. So there's no emotional attachment to that person. There's no bonding. It's very much cut off from their feelings. This is why they don't have any empathy. And this is why they are able to treat people the way that they do, without feeling any remorse. The thing is, they love you as long as you are useful to them. And this isn't a reflection of your worth. It's more about the way that this person has bonded with you or attached onto you. And as you can see, it is very dysfunctional. The other thing that you have to remember is that a narcissist is never going to take accountability. So they're never going to take responsibility or provide an explanation, because they kind of leave it into the dark. They're never going to admit fault. Okay, because if they do, they think that they are weaker than you. That means that they are left open. That there cannot be any fault in their behavior. So they're never going to offer you an explanation, an apology, or any type of understanding as to why they have done this, what's going on, why this has happened. They will deny and they will deflect. And the reason for this is because they don't want to be emotionally vulnerable with you or with anybody. This is part of the disorder. The other one is, and I get asked this all the time, but their actions are intentional. They know what they are doing. Okay, and they do it because it serves a purpose. It serves their purpose. This is about manipulation and controlling you. As you can see, they are calculated. They know when they are manipulating you. They know when they're lying to you. They know when they are gaslighting you. And this is done on purpose. It's because it's designed to make you feel a certain way. And that's about them, getting their needs met. Ultimately, what they want is validation. They want you to offer them validity, attention, lots of love. That's why they're doing it. Their behaviors aren't accidental. They're designed to dominate you and disorientate you. Another aspect of this is you've got to remember that you can't fix them. Doesn't matter how much love you throw into this person. Doesn't matter how much you do for this person. You are never going to be able to fix them. They are the way that they are, and they're not interested in changing. They get their needs met. Everything happens for them the way that they want it to happen. And that's because they gaslight. That's because they lie to you. That's why. So they are not going to change. They're not going to do things differently because they get what they want. They don't see themselves as the problem. So no matter how much love, how much patience and compassion and understanding you have for this person, it doesn't mean that they will change. And also what it does do is it sets you up for failure, because if you are like this, then this is going to be an expectation of the relationship going forward. One of the cruelest things that narcissists do is they target your vulnerabilities. So things that maybe trigger you, that press your buttons, the narcissist will know, because they would have figured that out. They will read your facial expressions, your body language, and they know what your triggers are. So they will use your vulnerabilities against you, because they know that's how they can manipulate you. That's how they can gain control and power over you. So if you're conforming because they are triggering you, they love this, because that's what this is about. It's about you conforming and doing what they want you to do. Another harsh truth is they will discard you without warning. Yeah, they will just get rid of you. And they will put you down. They'll make you feel like you are the issue, like you need to change, and then they just get rid of you. This is done as a form of control, believe it or not. And you're probably thinking, like, how can this be a form of control? But if you are not doing what they want you to do, if you're not conforming, then they need to punish you, because something here isn't working. So it's not working in the narcissist's favor. Remember, this is all perceived. So when they have gaslighted you, when they have manipulated you, and that isn't working, you're not conforming, they'll just get rid of you. They'll make up excuses or scenarios in their head as to why what they are doing is all right. They can do it. It's absolutely fine. It's kind of like they are detached. They are removed from reality of what really is going on, and they just do whatever suits them. One thing that you have to understand is that the good times were manipulative too. The love bombing, the gifts, perfect memories, the going away, they weren't genuine. They were tactics to keep you hooked onto this person. You know, this is the push and pull dynamic. They're really lovely to you at one point, and then they're really awful. Then they're really nice, then they're really awful. This up and down, not knowing where you stand, this is all to get you hooked. This is part of the trauma bond. And that's why they're so lovely at the beginning, and then they're so nasty to you, you know, throughout the whole relationship, and especially towards the end. Like, you've got to think that this is impulsive behavior. There's no such thing as this person being legitimate or the same all the way through. They are just being nasty. This can be heartbreaking, but it's crucial for you to understand the cycle of this behavior. And of course, you are going to be blamed. You're going to be blamed for everything that has gone wrong, because they want you to take accountability. They want you to take responsibility for what has happened and put things right. They don't, again, it's like what I said at the beginning, like, they don't want to show that they are weak, that they are vulnerable. So they are always going to deflect the blame onto you. Always, always. Think back into your relationship with them. How many times have they said it's always your fault when you blatantly know it's not? So you have to understand that healing takes time. It will take time for you to get your head around this, for you to be able to move on from this person. How much time? I don't know. That really depends on the person, the circumstances, and possibly how many years that you have spent being in this toxic dynamic. The thing is, whilst I understand that where you probably are right now is quite uncomfortable and you don't want to feel this way, but your healing is about a whole life overhaul. It's not just getting over this person. This is about understanding you and possibly the triggers and all of those aspects to it that have come up. It's about understanding your weaknesses, your triggers, what presses your buttons. But this is about developing resilience so that someone else can't trigger you in that way. This is about building inner strength. So yes, this will take time, and there is a method to this. And yes, you will get over this, but you have to put in the work. Don't give up on yourselves. Going no contact really is the only solution. Whilst I understand that no contact is not really suitable for everybody, and some of you might not be able to go no contact because you have children or you have assets, or you need to see this person in some way because you work with them, for example, or you're in a particular community with this person. So it's kind of like you have to see them. Yes, there is a part of it that you have to be civil. But what I'm saying here is don't give out any emotional validity to them. They might ask you how you are. They might strike up a conversation. This is about being amicable, but just like not giving any information about yourself. So this is about being strong, and treat this like a business deal for those of you who cannot go no contact. But for those of you that can, I really believe this is the solution. There isn't anything else that you can do in this situation. And also, what are you going to do? Like, you're going to try and talk to this person, you're going to try and work things out. That isn't what's going to happen here. So this is what you have to remember, is that no contact really is the only way forward. I understand that these truths are hard to accept because they are really challenging. But the thing is, once you understand them, it's going to be easier for you to be able to accept them and be able to move forward. Yes, it's going to be a process, and probably you're going to need to do your own research on this. I've just mentioned points here in this video, but some of them will resonate with you, some of them won't. And this is what I'm saying to you, like, do your own research, get the information that you need to, but know that this relationship was always going to end. There was no way that you could have worked this out and changed this and for this to be different. This was always going to happen in this way, and this relationship was never going to last. So my friends, I hope this video helps and makes sense. If any of you are struggling, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below. I do go live on this channel every single Tuesday at 9 p.m. UK time. Please check the community tab for more details. And guys, I really hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.